Hello and welcome to Clarence D. East Field, where your York Dukes host the Lyons Township Lions in a huge conference matchup that could decide the West Suburban Silver Conference. LT comes to Elmhurst ranked number 8 in the state, a perfect 7-0, while the York Dukes sit tied for second place at 6-1. I'm Connor Choi. Alongside me tonight is Christian McQuade. And Christian, two really good teams going at it. This is the second time York has hosted a top 10 team in the state. What are we looking out for tonight?
Yeah, Connor, definitely this is going to be a great game tonight. You know, two teams that are playing with a chip on their shoulder. The past few years, it's been a hard time for LT to come by wins against this York team, Connor. But tonight, this game is the biggest stage on high school football. And in terms of players on LT, you're going to be looking at Travis Dam. He is the main key to success for this LT Lions offense. They like to go to him a lot on third down. He plays both receiver and strong safety. He is a big target, but also the key to success for them in their win against the number 3 team in the state in Downers Grove North was the running back, Danny Carroll. Number 5, he had 21 carries for 100 yards, 6 catches for 72 yards through the air, so combined 172 scrimmage yards, Connor. He is going to be he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, is a way to say it. And if York wants to hang on with a very good Lions team, they're going to have to learn how to stop the run. And yeah, I mean, we've got the lights set up here. This is going to be a great contest. And once again, this is also for the conference championship, a share of it at least. So both teams really coming in here with something to play for.
Yeah, well, the Dukes looked really good last week at Glenbard West. That was a really nice bounce-back win after that blowout loss to Downers Grove North. But, you know, like you said, the key for the Dukes is to stop the run early and also establish the run themselves. That's something they really struggled with against Downers Grove North. But you're really looking at, you've talked about them multiple times, those two running backs, Henry Duda and Jimmy Connors, Christian. But also, you're looking at that passing game. I think there's some options that you are going to want to open up. I mean, who personally are you looking out for tonight in the passing game?
You know, I'm looking out for Simon Kadowski. You know, he had 6 catches for 120 yards last week. And on top of that, he was just a big target. He's been great all year, Connor, for Bruno. But also, Finton Helm making his return tonight. He's going to be a big third down option. He is the key to success. They have been looking for someone to go to on third down all season. Helm has been out for the past few weeks, but he is back tonight, and they are going to need him, Connor. He is definitely someone who you need to watch out for. And then Jimmy Connors, 15 carries for 91 yards last week. Big performance. On top of that, 2 touchdowns. So those are the weapons for York on offense.
Yeah, and I think you highlighted it perfectly on third down. I expect them to throw the ball a lot more just because now you have 2 third down option threats. You highlighted Helm's return, and also Simon Godowski has really blossomed into this Duke's wide receiver one. He's been excellent filling in for Finton Helm during his time off. But now it all comes down to this. The biggest game of the year for the Dukes. We'll be back. Kickoff in just a minute here. You are watching York Sports Network. We welcome you back to Clarence D. Eastfield. We're just moments away from kickoff here where the York Dukes take on the Lyons Township Lions. It's a 63-degree night here in Elmhurst. 6-mile-an-hour winds. Humidity is about 34%. A great day in late October. Lyons Township set to kick off. And Finton Helm back deep for the Dukes, set to return. Kicker for the Lions, it's A.J. Vavrick. And we're off. Vavrick boots this one into the end zone. Helm will fair catch it for a touchback in the end zone.
Yeah, Connor, I was talking to A.J. Vavrick this week. He said that the most adversity they had faced this season is when they were in the locker room down 20-0 against the number 3 ranked Downers Grove North Trojans. Their coach told them not to hang their heads. In that locker room, Connor, they stayed positive. They talked things over, and they were able to come back from a 20-point deficit and defeat the Downers Grove North Trojans, scoring 21 points in a row. And he has been great. A.J. Vavrick, definitely one of the better kickers in this conference, Connor. He was hitting from around 60 yards in the pregame warm-up, so he's definitely got a leg on him.
Speaking of not giving up, how about staying positive? How about the Dukes bouncing back last week against the Hitters? They traveled to Glen Ellen. Tough place to play, especially when it's your conference rival. And they took care of business. Now Bruno Masso on first down. Quick pass caught by Henry Duda. Bouncing out to the right side, and he's going to break a tackle, and he'll have a first down and will be pushed out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Great job by Massel, swinging out really quick. Duda just uses that gap perfectly, and that's the start you want if you're the York Dukes. You know, just the nice little check down. You got a nice gain out of it. Simple, but also a great go-to. It's the York Dukes' bread and butter, as some people would say, Connor.
Quinlan Hughes comes out. So Finton Helm, Jack Birnbaum, and Simon Kodowski, the weapons. Jimmy Connors at running back, and the usual suspects at offensive line. Jack Bodak, Jack Warwick, Cam Siverite, Costa Campus, and Dino Majoros. Massel in the shotgun on 1st and 10. He'll hand it off to Jimmy Connors, who bounces and cuts up the middle for a gain of 3 yards.
Number 34, Jimmy Connors on the run for the Dukes.
Like you highlighted, Connors, the leading offensive player, 2 touchdowns last week.
Number 8, Pat Cheney. 2nd down and 6 to go for the Dukes.
Hunter Stepanek and Quinlan Hughes come out. Duda back in at running back. Twins to the left of Massel. He will give this one to Duda, who will get stopped at about the line of scrimmage for maybe a gain of a yard.
26, Henry Duda on the run.
Yeah, Connor, you're going to see a lot of Henry Duda tonight, I'd assume, with how much linebacker Jimmy Connors will be playing tonight. He's certainly going to see a lot of the defensive ball tonight. Not as much from offense, I'd assume, but definitely get used to Duda taking handoffs because you're going to see a ton of that tonight.
Really established himself early as the RB1, the leading rusher on the team. Pretty much some would argue right after week 1. Massel calling the audible. He's got trips to the right. Finton Helm at the bottom of your screen. Massel rolls out to the right. Pump fakes, in some trouble. Pocket collapses, escapes, and he's going to break away for a first down. How about Bruno Massel showing off that elusiveness?
That Massel magic, Connor, that was amazing. There's a late hit flag coming in after. So the Dukes are going to tab 15 more yards on after that first down. Massel just is ability to extend plays, Connor, is just amazing. And he's just been so effective. I'm assuming this is going to be the late hit penalty as it came in way after the play was over. I think that was the only possible call here. Either way, there should be a first down unless there's a holding call.
We'll see what they decide, but I think you're right. It will be late hit. And it will, so the chains will move again. So it's a personal foul against Lyons Township. Like you said, Masso kind of got checked after he had extended his arms, went out of bounds. He gets checked in the back and thrown down. Coach Gelso knew it right away, and the refs were not too far behind, throwing the flag pretty quickly.
Yeah, Connor, you can see how Finton Helm is attracting, him being back, he attracts so many defenders. That led to the Massel just giving him room because everyone was worried about Finton Helm. Simon Kodowski.
Duda in motion on the jet sweep. They'll get it to him, and he will be stopped after a gain of about a yard.
Yeah, but as I was saying is that, you know, on plays like that where it's a breakdown play, you don't have many options. Everyone's worried about, you know, it's usually just Kadowski back there, but to have more options like Helm attracting more defense, I mean, opens up space up the middle, and Massel took advantage of that space and got a first down. So you're going to see just a lot. Having Finton Helm back, Connor, I can't just explain how big it is for this offense to have more weapons. It's just going to help so much.
They're constantly shifting personnel around early in the game, something we saw them do a little bit more than usual last week. Shifting tight ends, receivers, running backs. Birnbaum in motion. Massel fakes the handoff to Connors. Massel in some trouble. He's going to be brought down. Tries getting it off. And he gets the throw off in time. Intended for Jack Birnbaum. It'll be an incomplete pass. Bring up 3rd and 10.
Fantastic job by Massel as he's about to take a sack. He makes one last move and throws it down to a receiver. So he technically, that's not intentional grounding. He saved the play, Connor, and that was absolutely humongous. Instead of 3rd and 20, it's only 3rd and 10.
Just got enough arm on it to get it just far enough where it's in the range of Birnbaum. Third and 10. Dukes will likely go for it on 4th down, so expect maybe a little bit more of a conservative play call. They go pass here. Massel fires a dart, and it's in between 3 Dukes and incomplete.
Intended for number 13, Jack Birnbaum.
Intended for Jack Birnbaum, Simon Kadowski, and Jimmy Connors. Hard to tell.
Well, you know, York was kind of moving the ball down the field, but they've had a hard time here on the last part of this drive, and this is 4-down territory for them, so most likely going to see them stay on the field right now, but they were moving the ball down the field very well, and then, you know, got the penalty, and it's kind of just been dead since then. Still, Jimmy Connors yet to check in for a handoff. After having such an elite game last week, you got to wonder, when will Jimmy come in?
4th and 10. They're going to send Hughes in motion. Massel back to throw, in some trouble, dancing in the pocket. Back to the 50-yard line. Massel looking, and Massel evades a sack. Now fires deep, has a man, and it's overthrown, nearly intercepted. The Dukes will turn it over on downs.
Another great job by Massel. Even though the play did not end in the result, Connor, he still was able to avoid that sack, spin out of it, and get rid of the ball. And another time on this drive where the offensive line has let down Bruno and not given him enough time to make a play. On top of that, the secondary was just absolutely amazing. They're not letting either Finton Helm nor Quinlan Hughes nor Simon Kadowski get open. That was just great defense.
Now this LT offense will trot onto the field, and like you mentioned, their best player last week, Danny Carroll, the 5'9" senior running back. On 1st down, they hand it off to Carroll, who cuts back over the middle and shifts into his 2nd gear. He'll pick up 9 yards.
Danny Carroll on the run.
Yeah, Danny Carroll, they're going to have to get him going early, Connor, because he is an absolute beast for these Lions. And if they want to come in here into the Dukes town and win, they're going to need to establish the run game, because that is what they have been known for. They gave him 21 carries last week, 21 carries in high school football. That is a big number, and it just shows you how important he is to this offense.
Don Pisciotti, the quarterback, he has twins to the right. Man in motion, and this one, a quick pass that will be completed. And this one looks like it's not enough for a 1st down. Great job by Eddie Sika on the tackle.
25, Eddie Sika.
They will move the chains.
1st down, Lions.
He barely got that 1st down. That was excellent coverage, especially for Stam. And he's another one of those guys I mentioned. He is their main target on offense when it comes to receiving. So expect Stam to get a ton of targets tonight.
Twins to the left of Pisciotti. Carroll still in at running back. On 1st down, they give it to Carroll, who's got nowhere to go, and he gets thrown behind the line of scrimmage. Nice defensive play, Jimmy Connors, and Evan gone.
And there he is, the main man, Jimmy Connors, the heart and soul, as I like to say, Connor. He was just there right away. He's got an offer from MIT to play football, and he's a very smart kid, so he can do it all. Great tackler, great running back, great linebacker. Dude is just a stud, and he is always there to make plays.
Yeah, and that intelligence really translates onto the football field. I mean, his football IQ is just off the charts. Now Pisciotti fakes the handoff. Rolling left, gonna float this one up, and it's gonna be complete. Great separation. Mac Long, the senior receiver, on that reception. That'll be an LT first down. Now they're deep into Duke's.
Route by Long is, he just makes a great double move, cuts it back. Great throw from Piscotti. Hits him on the money. That's going to move the chains. You know, Connor, they're getting down the field pretty confidently. Haven't really showed much nerves yet. Dukes need to stop the run, and they just have to communicate better with the secondary here.
1st and 10 for the Lions at the Dukes 31-yard line. A give to Carroll, and he will be stopped at about the line of scrimmage. Great job by this York defensive line.
And there it is. They've been stopping the run pretty good on this drive, besides that first carry from Carroll, obviously.
8 yards to go for the Lions.
And, you know, that's going to make them throw the ball a little more in 3rd down situations, and that's, you know, more reliable for the defense and more easier to guess. So that's definitely what you want to do. You want to force them and stop the run, get them to obvious throw situations, and that's where the Dukes have made their money on defense this year.
6 minutes and 50 seconds and counting. Piscotti in the shotgun, drops back, looks to throw, has to dump this off. It's complete, and not going very far is Tucker King. He's brought down by Evan Gahn.
And yeah, Connor, it looked like the Dukes had some great pass rush, and they did, but that was just a designed HB slip screen. Although instead of the running back slipping, it was the tight end who slipped the screen. A play straight out of Madden. But, you know, it works, and it's almost like, oh, they're going deep, let's rush them. But then it's just like a big play in disguise, and the Dukes were lucky to stop it. Did a great job by stopping it there, because that was the one tackler that was there to stop King. If not, if, say, Gaunt misses that tackle, we were looking at a touchdown for LT there, Connor.
3rd down, Dukes looking to make a statement. 3rd and 8. LT on the 29-yard line of York. Piscotti drops back, fires over the middle. It's complete. Once again, Travis Stam.
I believe they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, and they will. The chains are moving, so it's a first down for the Lions.
First down, Lions.
You highlighted Stam early, and he really has shown up in a couple of big plays in this opening drive for LT.
Yeah, he has been very reliable early here. He's already got 2 third down targets, and he's got first downs on both of them.
Now 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 11-yard reception for Stam to pick up the first down. Now they hand it off to Carroll, makes a couple of nice cuts before being stopped by Owen Shale and Jimmy Connors.
Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd and 4 for the Lions.
6-yard rush for Carroll. When you mentioned the two, Travis Stam as the #1 weapon, Mac Long with a nice reception early, but also I think the guy that kind of goes unnoticed is Tucker King. He's a 6'4", 215-pound tight end, really athletic kid. So look for him, especially in the red zone. Piscotti fires, end zone. This one a bit long, intended for Mac Long.
Great coverage by Cole there. I mean, he was all over that. And yeah, Tucker King, definitely a big frame. And going back to Mac Long, as you mentioned, he actually had the first points in that DGN game. Big momentum swing, Connor. This Mac Long had a 64-yard touchdown catch last week against a very talented Downers Grove North team, as I've mentioned many times. So to have King, Long, and Stam all on the same team on offense, on top of that Danny Carroll, excuse me, if you ask me, this offense is absolutely loaded with talent, Connor.
It's a big reason why they're 7-0 and did not trail in the single game entering the second half until last week. Piscotti to the end zone. Wants Stam. Does he have him? No, it's broken up. Eddie Sika with some great coverage.
Great job by Sika. That was clean defense. He's been in trouble a few times this year with this flag. He's had some issues, but he's cleaned it up there. Made a great deflection. And that just shows you how dangerous Sika can be when he plays clean and he plays with that mindset. He always plays with that gritty mindset, but right there, you see it come through on all sides, and it's going to force a field goal here as A.J. Vav will come out and attempt the field goal.
LT looking to take an early first quarter lead with 4:45. Vavrick's kick is up and through the uprights with plenty of leg, so that'll put up LT. just a chip shot for him. And now they take a 3-0 lead over the Dukes. Now the question is, how will this Dukes offense respond? They started off with a bang, and they stalled out towards the end of the drive. And biggest thing you've highlighted all year, Christian, is consistency with the offense. We'll see how they improve the consistency this next drive, but first it'll be Vavrick to kick it away. Finton Helm will return it again. Saw a mixture of Henry Duda as well as Simon Kadowski returning kickoffs. Kadowski normally the punt returner, but those two filled in for Helm in kickoffs. Now that Finton Helm is back, he's back on special teams.
Yeah, nice start for LT. You know, getting that stop on defense and then coming out and putting some points on the board. Joe Reef now getting stretched out for the Dukes. Got to hope he's all right. I'm sure it's just some cramps.
Especially with the chilly weather. Vavrick to kick it off. This one, Helm will field at about the 3-yard line, and he'll take it out. Finton Helm barreling and then getting thrown down at the 22-yard line.
You know, Connor, look for the Dukes to come out here and establish the run. You know, to start that drive, they were throwing and getting plays on the first downs. Instead of getting behind the sticks, they were getting positive yards. And you know, the issues they had against Downers Grove North is they weren't throwing to the sticks on first down. They kept getting behind the sticks on first down. This game, they came out, tried to do the opposite of that, and it worked until the second part of their drive where they end up turning the ball over. So look for them to try to make big plays on first down. That's going to be the key for them. They cannot get behind the sticks.
We'll see what they do here. Bruno Massel trips to his left. Finton Helm on the one-on-one at the top of your screen. Henry Duda, the running back. And on first down, it's a quick pass caught by Jack Birnbaum. Tight end screen goes for about 2 yards.
Jack Birnbaum's starting to get some more targets as the season has gone on for sure, you know. With how talented this core is, if you lock down Kadowski and Helm, you got to go to Birnbaum. He's just a very talented kid. He has really shown his talent throughout the second part of the season, Connor.
Biggest thing is he switched to tight end, and they've really been using him a lot in the run game, too. He's been really effective as a run blocker. Not Coach Gelso's favorite, not Coach Murphy's favorite. Quinlan Hughes in motion. It's a design run for Massel. He bounces out to the left side, and then he'll be pushed out of bounds for a short gain, and this will bring up 3rd and medium for the Dukes.
Another read option there for Massel, and
3rd down for the Dukes.
Not sure how I feel about that play call, Connor, but I could see him going up the middle with that run. That's usually what he likes to do. But he tried to get the edge there. Not really much room to work. And they definitely need to move the sticks here. This is a big down for them. We saw them get down early against Downers Grove North, and it was too late for them to come back, and they just got to prevent that, both on offense and defense.
3 minutes, 20 seconds. Bruno Massel drops back, 3rd and 7. Needs some help. Has Helm for his first reception. Finton Helm breaks away, and now he's got a first down and a couple more.
And there's that 3rd down target, as I mentioned. When he is back, he is amazing. Massel just throws a little sidearm, looking a little Mahomey there. Slings it out. Great throw. He took the pressure in. You know, he extended the play a little bit, shook off the hit. Makes a great throw, and that is just going to move the chains. Nice and easy does it. You see it right there.
Dukes on their own 38-yard line. Twins to the left of Massel. Kadowski at the top of your screen. Massel's going to keep it after faking the handoff. He'll get tripped up. And a short run for Bruno Massel.
Yeah, Connor, the Dukes would love to answer here with points after LT had a pretty dominating drive. After the Dukes stood them up on 3rd and long, still up 3-0, they are the Lions, and they are in a great position right now. But York looking to put together a nice little drive here, Connor. They're working some time off the clock, shaving those seconds off, and haven't really seen a deep ball attempt yet besides that 4th and long, so possibly one here as Jimmy Connors does check in.
2nd and 7. They'll give it to Connors, who will barrel through the line of scrimmage and pick up 3 yards. So this will bring up 3rd and short.
Tackled by number 97, Nikki Arkia.
Injured Duke on the field. That'll be Costa Campus. So we'll step away for this injury timeout. 2 minutes, 16 seconds. The Dukes trail LT 3-0. 3rd and 4 coming up. Costa Campus being helped off the field. That's a big hit for the offensive line. It's just next man up now for the Dukes. Joe Reef will come off to play in the offensive line.
Yeah, Joe Reef, Connor, excellent player. You haven't really seen that much from him this year. I mean, he's been amazing, trust me, but teams have done a great job at double-teaming him. He has yet to have one of those big breakout games. Tonight could possibly be the night, Connor.
Empty set for Massel on 3rd down. Quick pass, and this one's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, he had him wide open. You just got to make that throw. And Brennan Kennedy and the punt team are going to come out here. And if you're Massel, I mean, you kind of rushed that throw out really quick. And, yeah, it was an out route. You got to rush the throw, but you just got to take your time and make a nice and easy throw. And he'll clean that up. He's been great at that all year, but Dukes are ready to get a stand on defense, Connor, and you got to get stops on 3rd down. They keep getting 3rd and long situations on defense. They just got to get that stop on 3rd down and force the punt.
I think he's just trying to shake off some rust with Helm. This is the first game that they've been back together, and so I think it'll take some time. Kennedy, high kick, and this one's going to be out of bounds at the 15 or the 10-yard line. That's a great punt from Brennan Kennedy.
Number 8, Brennan Kennedy punts it.
And that's what Brennan Kennedy can do when the wind is not in his face, Connor.
Yes. Last few weeks, conditions haven't been great for him in terms of the punting game, but that time he got all of his leg into it, put a little English on it, and now LT's going to start at the 10-yard line.
Costa Campus is on there, one of our best offensive linemen for the York Dukes. I mean, he's getting checked out on the sideline. Maybe he just looks like he had the wind knocked out of him, but they're checking out his leg. As Connor mentioned earlier, potential cramp. It's really cold out here. The guys are going to have to hydrate for sure. That's potentially all it could be.
Looks like he's getting his ankle wrapped up.
He seems to be in a good amount of pain, too. Hopefully he's all right.
Pishotti on 1st down, going to hand it off to Dan Carroll, who will spin out and pick up 5 yards.
Danny Carroll on the run for the Lions. Tackle made by number 32, Evan Gahn.
Evan Gahn credited with that tackle, so 2nd and 5 on the 16-yard line. LT hoping to make this a 2-score lead for them early in the game. About a minute left in the 1st quarter. Pishotti over the middle, complete. Once again, Mac Long.
With the catch.
Yeah, Connor, these are the little kind of passes that really hurt York against DGN. I think they went in the film and watched that. York has really struggled at covering the little easy stuff. When teams go deep, they do a great job on defense, but the little out routes, little screen passes, little slants have really killed them this year. As they stick in man coverage, you're going to keep seeing it, Connor.
Yeah, they let a couple of those up, and then it just kind of chips away after a while. That's kind of where they've ran into some problems, especially it was evident with DGN. And this one's going to go to Carroll, and he will be shoved behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss. Nice job. It's Riggs Cole coming in and picking up the TFL.
They have done a great job at stopping him tonight, Connor. I mean, he has had 1 or 2, 5-yard plus runs, but otherwise they have just locked him down. And you see it there again. They have been all over Carroll. I mean, having 120 or 170 scrimmage yards in a high school football game is outstanding. And I think they've recognized that. They went to the film room and said, hey, we need to stop this guy if we want a chance. And they have done exactly that so far.
Dukes have a 2nd down and 13 coming up. 1st quarter comes to a close. Still 3-0 LT. Don't go anywhere. 2nd quarter action coming your way. You are watching York Sports Network. We welcome you back. Start of the second quarter. Final 12 minutes of the first half. 2nd and 13 coming up for the Lyons Township Lions. Duke's looking to force a punt.
Welcome back, York alum.
Absolutely, and they got Carroll behind the sticks there for a loss of 3. Look for the short passes. They're still in man coverage. It's a matter of time before they switch the zone, I got to think. But probably going to see another run here or a short throw. I don't think they go down the field.
Not yet. You're trying to knock off as many yards as you possibly can here on 2nd down. They pick up the play from the sideline.
York is just looking for that takeover on defense, or turnover, on defense. They're trying to force LT to make a play or make a bad mistake, get some pressure on the quarterback, make a fumble, punch it out. Just trying to get some momentum on their side. That was a very slow first half. 2 decent drives going and just miscommunications on both of those 4th down attempts. Defense hasn't done that bad. And they're in the hot seat right now. Got a loss of 3 on the first play of this drive. So definitely looking for some momentum, Connor. It's just a matter of time. When can they get that big momentum swing play? They've been waiting, and this place is waiting to erupt. This is a rivalry game, sold-out place, game of the week, and this place is ready to erupt. This team is ready to erupt. What an environment we have tonight in Elmhurst, and we got a great football game ahead of us.
Without a doubt, and back to what you said about the defense, they were able to make the red zone stand, hold LT to those 3 points. Now they're looking to hopefully set themselves up for another 3rd down stand and get the ball back. Not really sure what's taking so long.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like there's a ref over there talking. The ref with the white cap, because it's the main ref. I'm trying to spot him. I thought I saw him talking with
He's over in the LT huddle.
Yeah, so all the refs are just in standby mode. Coach Gelso's discussing too, and now they're talking to Sika. Maybe it's just a sportsmanship thing between both teams, as I mentioned. It's a big rivalry. It's actually a commercial break.
Oh, you're right. Some things to get used to now that this game is on the U this week. So they weren't back from commercial break. The refs have to communicate up to the press box where the U's production is going on. So now we're back. We can play some football. Always a little different when a game's on cable television. Piscotti in the shotgun. He'll keep it himself. Rolling out. Has a man, and this one is batted away. Eddie Sika, nice job. Great coverage. And he knocks it away, eliminating the 1st down. So this will bring up 3rd and long. That was the deep shot you were talking about, Christian.
Hey, Eddie Sika, he has been fantastic early. And as we've mentioned, he's just been so clean today, playing with that grit, but not controlling himself. We've seen it here, and he's just playing with a chip on his shoulder. He wants that matchup with Stam, Connor. Stam is that guy, and Sika always wants that #1 guy. You see it there. He's matched up with him every play. He wants to be the guy to stop him.
Owen Chale comes in. Pressure coming. This one is going to be complete. Long again. This one should be good for a 1st down. And it is. Mac Long once again. Like you mentioned, Eddie Sika doing a great job clocking up Travis Stam, but Mac Long doing a great job getting open consistently.
Yeah, Connor, another one of those situations where York does a great job on 1st and 2nd down, but on 3rd down they have struggled to stop this LT offense.
LT converts on 3rd and long. Piscotti hands it off to Danny Carroll, who will be thrown down to the ground pretty hard. Joe Reef credited with the tackle.
Tyler Hayes checking in here. He's going to pull Owen Roberts, the sophomore. Owen Roberts has seen the field quite a bit, Connor. He's got a humongous build for his sophomore, and he's got a bright future in this York's defense as the years go on here.
They're really running a pretty consistent 4-man rotation on the line between Reef, Angelo Martiri, Roberts, and Tyler Hayes. Really only go 3-man rush, occasionally bring a linebacker in. Piscotti in the shotgun, hands it off to Carroll, and Carroll's tripped up.
#7, Danny Carroll on the run for the Lions.
So on 2nd and 7, this will turn into a 3rd and manageable for this Lyons Township offense, especially with the way that they've been converting on 3rd down. Owen Shale checks out, Sam Deverman in.
Yeah, Connor, this is a big down for York on defense. They need a stop here. You're just going to have to buckle down. Expect them either a little short pass, which they've gone to, over the middle. They're probably going to send guys deep, attract guys deep, and then just throw it over the middle. That's what they've done on every 3rd down here, or maybe even a run. I would not be surprised if they give the ball to Carroll. This crowd is going to make some noise here, and we'll see if they can get some energy into the defense.
Piscotti pump fakes, and the ball comes out, and he's going to fall on it. Not really sure what that was. Martiri puts 2 hands on him, and he'll be down for a big loss.
Connor, that's the play. That's the momentum play. They forced a mistake. They finally had some pressure on the quarterback, and Piscotti didn't know what to do. He felt that pressure, threw it into the ground, and that's going to be a big loss. They got a holder here? What's going on? What is going on? Is this how they punt here?
It's how they punt, the old-fashioned way.
Hey, AJ Vab, man, he's got a leg. My basketball teammate, man.
This one with some weird spin off to the side, and this one will go out of bounds. Caught by Jackson Rennick on the sideline.
I have not. That's like got to be some 1800s kind of football there. I've never seen that.
Old school Yale football from 1910.
Hey, LT, man. I guess they're stuck in the twilight zone.
Turning back the clock. Dukes look to do the opposite and move forward.
Hey, Connor, I'm telling you, a breakout play is coming. They have not thrown the ball down the field yet. Whether it's going to be a run or a deep shot, they're due, Connor. It is coming here. This is the drive to do it. This got forced a ton of momentum. Top of your screen, all the way down, you got Finton Helm in a one-on-one matchup with Travis Stam. That's the matchup of the night, if you ask me, right there. But look for him to get separation, whether he goes up the middle or deep. I think you're going to see this here.
Favric's punt spotted at the 43-yard line, so does not go very far at all. Not the greatest punt. So Duke starting with some excellent field position. Bruno Masso on 1st down, hands it off. Henry Duda gets back to the line of scrimmage. 9.5 minutes left to go in this first half.
Yeah, Connor, Duda is just waiting to have an explosion play. He's been such a vital part of this Duke's offense. Him and Jimmy, man, establishing the run so they can throw. And, we haven't seen much of the Bruno Massel read option, keeping it up the middle much tonight.
Still, I think, trying to get back to 100% with that left shoulder that he injured 2 weeks ago.
That's
Still
a good point.
Has that shoulder sling type of contraption going on. They hand it off to Jimmy Connors on 2nd down, and he will fight for every yard but not go very far.
And now they're in another obvious throwing situation here. And these are the situations I was talking about that they're going to want to avoid. Because obviously you're going to throw it on 3rd and 7 in your own territory. Most likely. Not going to jinx it, but most likely. And these situations are very obvious. And if you throw a zone coverage back there and sit back and play at the sticks, it's pretty easy to stop it unless you draw something very special up.
Reefing for Majoros at offensive line. Trips to the left of Massel, Finton Helm, bottom of your screen. Now with Joshua Gutierrez on him. Stam on Kodowski. Massel back to throw, surveys the field. Out the pocket, he'll fire. Helm tips it up and it's intercepted. Gutierrez was there. The pass was not intended for Helm.
That was for Jimmy.
Yes, Massel was trying to throw a strike to Jimmy Connors. Helm leaps up, tips it up, and it ends up in the hands of Gutierrez and a turnover for the Dukes.
Big miscommunication, Connor. Finton Helm goes up for a pass that's not even for him. Jimmy Connors waves his hand. He was wide open, Connor. He could have had a touchdown with all that space in front of him. Bruno's just got to get that ball a little higher up. Not necessarily Helm's fault. That's going to come back and just ruin this drive they had going. Not much going, but definitely looking at a big play if that ball goes to Connors rather than Massel. Now leaving all your hope back to the defense. This is certainly not the situation you want to be in if you're the York Dukes.
So now the defense that just did a great job forcing the punt, setting the offense up with great field position, has to go back to work against Don Piscotti, Danny Carroll, and the rest of this offense. Piscotti on first down, in some trouble, has to just throw it away.
Great job, Piscotti, Connor. You know, getting rid of that before taking the sack. Big difference in offense if you can keep the chains at 2nd and 10 rather than 2nd and 20. But hey, there's the Dukes pass rush, and they're forcing Piscotti to get out of the pocket and potentially make a mistake, and he almost did there. Duke's defense has been stepping up here, Connor, as of recently, these past few drives.
7 minutes, 53 seconds left. 2nd down and 10 at the York 47-yard line. There's a chance that this is 4-down territory for the Lions, probably something Coach Gelsomino is conscious of. Piscotti back to throw. Dumps it off to Carroll. Has the edge, and he will be pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 3 yards. So this will bring up 3rd and 7 for the Dukes.
And that's where Carroll is most dangerous. You know, he had 70 yards in the air last week, as I've mentioned here, but those were all checkdowns. As I went back and watched the film, you know, a lot of his yards, Connor, they came on little dump-offs. When the plays were deep, when the receivers were attracting all that coverage, they just dumped it off to him, and he was able to go and break free. Great job by the Dukes defense to stop it and prevent that big play, or else we could be looking at a completely different situation.
Actually, 3rd and 4. We'll see what they do here. Empty set for Piscotti. 4 men to the left. It's Travis Stam, top of your screen. Piscotti back to throw. Quick pass, and it's complete. Once again, it's long, and he will be brought down at the 32-yard line.
Once again, once again, one of the small little screen passes is wide open, and they have just been non-existent. You got to wonder if they'll ever switch to zone, that secondary, and sit back on those little short passes.
Fresh set of downs. LT knocking on the door. 7.5 minutes and counting. 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line. And you talked about taking care of the football. You're really hoping that that York can force a turnover. Carroll on first down, pushing through. Not much to go. Pick up 3 yards. Tyler Hayes coming back out.
They got to get a stop here, Connor. They cannot afford to give any more points. Well, they can, but certainly do not want to right now with the way your offense has been playing. Definitely need a stop out of your defense here. This is, once again, going to be a tough field goal for Vavrick. He can hit this, but definitely 4-down territory, most likely if they stay at this yardage right here.
2nd and 7, ball at the 30-yard line. Quick throw, and this one will be complete. Mac Long once again.
Gain of 5 yards. It's 3rd down.
So 3rd and short.
Let's get loud.
Dukes really need a stop. We'll see. Christian, what's your play here to pick up the 1st down if you're Lions?
You know, I'm going right back to the little out routes. They've been working all year against the Dukes. They've had a hard time against it, and I think if you watch the film, you know that's the play you're going to run on 3rd down. But to stop that, the Dukes need to bring pressure and sit back in the zone. Not necessarily the zone, but they just need to do a great job of stopping the coverage. But this is a little weird formation here from the Lions.
They bring in the tight end, and it'll be a timeout called by Lyons Township. So they'll talk things over, and that'll give Coach Gelso a chance to get his guys a breather. LT takes the first timeout of the half with 5 minutes and 59 seconds left to go in the first half. They lead 3-0. They're threatening. Big 3rd down coming up. You're watching York Sports Network. Back from timeout. 3rd down and 2. LT with the ball at the York 25. Dukes looking for a big stop.
It's 3rd down.
Had a chance to talk things over. Now Dom Piscotti and the offense trot back out onto the field.
Joe Reed piping up the crowd, and here they come alive, trying to force a stop, doing everything they can.
Looks like a run. It is to Carroll. Breaks a tackle, and he will steam ahead, picking up the 1st down with ease before being brought down by Drew Richardson.
Great job by Carroll, Connor. He kept his leg going, puts his head down, and just treads his way up the middle. Easy 1st down, Connor. And, he was running with a full head of steam. He wanted it very badly there, and the Dukes defense is really having a hard time on 3rd down once again.
It's a simple offensive playbook, in my opinion. The definition of not doing too much. They can make they can make the 15-yard air passes if needed, but they really don't. They just go more short routes and run the ball, but it's pretty effective. Carroll on 1st down will be brought down.
Hey, great job by Grazzini there, suffocating. It was also Martiri too, but they were suffocating him, not letting him go anywhere. That's going to bring him behind the sticks, so that's some momentum. They got to build off it, though. This down matters, but it doesn't matter as much as 3rd down. If they're able to get a stop here, they got to buckle down. It's been the biggest issue of the season, in my opinion.
If you could force another field goal, you could tie it with a touchdown. You really do not want them to find the end zone here. You want to get the ball back with a decent amount of time on the clock to march down and make a statement. Piscotti airs this one out. This one's trouble, nearly picked off.
Link about had an easy interception, but hey, it's 3rd and 11 now. They'd love to force a field goal, and Piscotti just throws it into double coverage. Aiden Link reads it. Great job by him.
Great job by the safety. He comes back in last second, leaps up. He just can't come down with the football, but that's such a hard pick to make because the way you're turning your body, especially from the angle he's coming on. He's coming from like the K of the end zone, where Piscotti was looking for the back corner, the back pylon. Big 3rd down, like you mentioned, Christian. Dukes really need to make a stand here. It's a big difference. 3rd down and 11. Ball on the 18. Twins to the right of Piscotti. He drops back, rolls right. Piscotti fires, short. Complete.
They're going to give him the 1st.
And they are going to give him the 1st, it looks like.
Another short out route, Connor. Got him once again. And just a pattern of mistakes on this play. I mean, they have been burning him. It's going to bring up 4th down.
They call him short.
Sticks, but
they call him short, so we'll see what they do here. But Mac once again, Mac Long, really doing a great job.
They bring in Tucker King for some size. Probably going to see a run here, Connor.
I can't hear you.
They break from the huddle. Carroll in the backfield. Piscotti hands it off. Carroll on 4th down. Gets tripped up. This one is close.
Number 7, Danny Carroll with the run.
See if they're going to give it to him. It's all about the spot here.
It looks like they got it. We're going to see.
Still yet to move the chains. And they will give it to him.
So they do get it. Lions 1st and goal.
Goal line stand, Duke fans.
Ball on the 6-yard line.
Loud.
First and goal. Piscotti in the shotgun. On 1st down. Fakes the handoff to Carroll. Rolls left. Crossbody throw. Floats it up. Incomplete. And there's a flag.
They cannot throw a flag there. That was an uncatchable ball. That was way over his head. I have a hard time believing that's going to be a holding. The ball was completely overthrown.
They call pass interference. That one's going to go against Sika. Piscotti way overthrew Travis Stam. So that'll... Wow.
I'm not sure. I'm in straight confusion.
It's a goal line stand, Duke fans. Let's get loud.
So it'll bring 1st down and goal. Ball at the 3-yard line because of the penalty. Priscotti gives it to Carroll. Carroll barrels and finds the end zone, extending LT's lead, now 9-0.
Lyons Township does a great job, and watch Carroll go up the middle, man. He barrels, Connor, you said it perfectly. He literally spins around, barrels his way around it, and he is a tough kid, Connor. He just runs with a head of steam, and that's going to get LT up to 9-point lead here, possibly 10 with an extra point. But York came back down 10-0 earlier this season, first game of the season against Glenbrook South. They're very familiar with being down early, Connor.
Favre's extra point is up, and it's right down the middle with plenty of legs, so that'll make it a 10-0 ball game. 4 minutes, 14 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Dukes with some work to do. What are you looking for on this next drive?
You know, Connor, I'm looking for the Dukes to throw it down the field. They have yet to do that all game, and if they're going to want to beat LT, they're going to have to take some shots down the field. They're going to have to get the run game going as well, and without that, it's going to be very tough to make a comeback against a very tough team.
LT showing early why they're the number 8 ranked team in the state and why they were able to come back against the top 3 team in the state. Dukes looking for that statement win. Biggest knock on them is they do not have a win over a team above 500. Looking to change that tonight. They're in their hardest 3-week stretch of their schedule, looking to finish on top with a winning percentage above 500. Fell to DGN, bounce back, beat GBW. Now trail 10-0 late in the first half. Favre skies this one, and this one's going to be caught not by Helm, but instead it's Colby Baird who brings it up to the 26-yard line.
Number 82, David Baird on the return.
Not a bad return from Baird as he cuts it back up the middle, gets it to the 25. The Dukes have 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go down the field and get some points. In desperate need of some momentum and some points. But look for them to go down the field, Connor. We still haven't seen it yet. It's been a minute since we've seen them go down the field just overall over the past few weeks. You know, a lot of shorter plays. They've had, as you mentioned earlier, this is the heart of their schedule. So definitely playing some harder defenses than usual to what they've faced all year. But eventually you're going to have to go down the field, Connor, if you want a chance.
Need to go 74 yards to find the end zone. Only have 4 minutes and 8 seconds to do it. Bruno Massel twins to the right. Henry Duda in at running back. Massel fakes the handoff to Duda. He'll fire, and this one is going to be caught. Finton Helm at midfield.
Bruno Massel threads the needle for Finton Helm. And there it is, Connor. You said their connection needed some time to grow, and you were 100% correct. Their connection is already blooming. Bruno Massel just throws an absolute dart, and Helm, lays out for the ball and makes a great play.
It's what we like to call elite ball placement and a great athletic catch by Finton Helm, extending the body, using that big 6'2" frame to reel in the catch. Now the ball at the 48-yard line. Dukes take a big chunk of yardage out in just one play. They hand it off to Duda on first down, and he will pick up 4 yards.
And that's exactly the throw you want to see from your quarterback, who's been struggling early in this game when it comes to communications. And he just confidently drops back, takes his time, fires a dart. He takes in all the pressure, Connor. He doesn't panic. And that's exactly what you want to see out of your quarterback if you're the York Dukes, now into Lyons Township territory with a statement to make with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock of the first half.
Kodowski at the bottom of your screen, Helm at the top. Massel fakes the handoff. Looks to pass. Pocket collapses. Just dumps it off to Birnbaum. Birnbaum getting really close to the first down.
Number 13, Jack Birnbaum.
We'll see if they end up moving the chains. They do. It is a first down for Jack Birnbaum. And that's really where he's thrived, Christian. Not when he's the first option, but when he's more of that third option check down type of guy. That's where he really thrives as a receiving tight end. He's still got a decent amount of speed, and you see he uses that combination of that and his strength.
Absolutely, Connor. He was actually not the third read there. He was the fourth. So great job by Massel checking out all of his reads and going to what he knows in Jack Birnbaum.
They hand it off to Duda, bouncing to the right. He won't get very far, maybe about 2 yards.
Yeah, and this is the more confident Dukes offense we've seen throughout the year, Connor. It's been a minute since I have seen them do this, since I was not able to attend the Glenbard West game last week. But to me, this seems like a much more confident Dukes offense than what I saw when they played Downers Grove North, finally finding themselves in the passing game and now trying to work the running game, because if you can't just throw all over a team all game, that just will not work. You need both sides of the ball to win a football game.
Trips left. They send Connors in motion, so it's like it's empty set. They get it to Connors, who gets hit hard right away. That was number 14, Josh Gutierrez.
Yeah, Connor Gutierrez just read that like a book. I was hoping Bruno would pump fake it. When I saw Gutierrez, he was running towards Connors right away. And I think everyone in this crowd knew that when Connors took the catch in, he was going to take a massive hit. Hopefully he's all right, but a big 3rd and 8 situation. The Dukes need a conversion here, Connor, but this is 4-down territory.
Twins on both sides. Never mind. They send Quinlan Hughes in motion. There's a flag. It's going to be false start on the Dukes.
First false start they've called up to this point. We're going to see one eventually.
Just the second flag of the day. Both have been on the Dukes. So now it's 3rd down and 13. Ball is on the 43-yard line. Now when you talked about chipping away, now you really need a big play here to keep this alive. Clock's still rolling, 1 minute, 14 seconds and counting. Hughes in motion. Massel, back to pass. In some trouble, escapes, nothing down, fires, incomplete. Intended for Simon Kodowski, who was on the sideline. So now that will bring up 4th and 13.
Looks like they're going to keep the offense out in the field, Connor. And Massel just having no time. The pocket collapsed instantly. They had no time to make a play, Connor. And it's just nearly impossible if you're Bruno Massel as the punt team will come on. York's going to have to get a stop here and hope that they can only be down 10 at the half, Connor. Unless we see some trickery, but thinking Brennan Kennedy's just going to try to pin this, and York's going to trust their defense to get them into the locker room going into the half.
Looks like they're just, got to accept being just down 10, and sometimes that's the wise decision to do. You don't want to get too greedy, especially early. There's a lot of football left to play. That being said, LT will receive the ball to start the second half. Kennedy. And this one will roll backwards. So now the defense comes out.
Number 8, Brennan Kennedy. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions on the 18-yard.
So not a bad punt from Kennedy. Pins them at the 18, inside the 20.
Yeah, Connor. Dukes need to trust their defense. That's that's been their strong suit over the past few years. Only loading up 10 points is not horrible, but as I've mentioned, they just keep getting the 3rd down. It's been hard to come by stops then. I got to think LT's just going to try to run the ball here and see if they can get any big plays. If not, the clock will probably just run out. I've got to think.
Hard count. You have to hand it off to Carroll. We'll see how far he gets. Picks up 3, maybe 4 yards, so he won't get very far, and they're probably just going to let that maybe run one more play. Christian, what are these two teams going to need to do in the second half if they want to get back into it?
Yeah, Connor, to get back into this game, York's got to be able to get those stops on 3rd down and those little out routes, those little slants. They've been just killing them all game. They got to find a way to stop it. And, LT's done a tremendous job on offense and defense, doing a great job of establishing the run and making big plays on offense.
So both teams are going to head to the locker room. We'll be back. 10-0 your score. LT leads. Don't go anywhere. Second half action coming your way here on York Sports Network.
What the fuck?
Central 04.
Craig DeClark, 2004.
George Brown, 1996.
Franklin, 95.
Bruno Massel, 1992.
Jim Danigales, 1992. Chris Valenti, 1992.
Rich Constantino, 1976.
Jay Webb, 1975.
Tony Cicerone, 1974. How about a round of applause for our York alums?
Hello, and we welcome you back. Second half action being presented to you. 22 seconds till the kickoff, where your York Dukes trail 10-0 to the Lyons Township Lions. For those of you just joining us, I'm Connor Choi. Alongside me tonight is Christian McQuade. And a bit of an uneventful offensive first half for the Dukes once again. Again defined by turning the ball over. Bruno Massel with an interception in the second quarter. And LT just doing all the little things right. They're not doing too much. They're just these short passes when they need to convert on third and long. They have thrown some deeper balls. Dom Piscotti looks pretty good. Danny Carroll on top of it. Biggest surprise, Mac Long, the 6-foot senior wide receiver, really impressed. Couple of big-time catches.
Yeah, Connor, he has been such a threat all year, and even though Stan's known to be the #1 guy, Long has just been so reliable on third down. I mean, you see it last week with that 64-yard catch touchdown. It seems every time there's a big third down play, you're thinking, who are they going to go to? They've gone to Long almost every time, Connor. He has been so reliable. It's such a great option to have on offense if you're the Lions.
Dukes to kick it off. 8:26, and we're just getting started with the second half of this game. Jack O'Connor set to kick it away for the Dukes. And this one's, they go for the onside kick, but it's going to be recovered by Lyons Township.
That's aggressive, Connor.
Really aggressive. You're giving them some great field position. They're going to start at the 45-yard line.
Well, Connor, you said automatic Jack O'Connor to kick it off, and I did too, but we both looked at each other and we saw Kennedy go out there, and they brought him out there to run some trickery, to run that little squib onside. And that's all that was. That was a very aggressive play call, but you know, I think this is also a sign, hey, if this doesn't go well, I trust that our defense can get a stop. I think that's what Coach Gelsomino is saying when he goes for something as risky as that, Connor.
They came out on the field. They were amped up. Looking to make a statement here in this first drive of the second half for LT. Piscotti fakes the handoff. Has a man, and it's complete at the 50-yard line. Number 87, Brady Rusk, the junior tight end.
Nice and easy, Connor. That's all that they've been running. It's the most boring offense I've ever seen, but it has worked so well. Just runs up the middle, little screen passes. I mean, they've gone down the field about twice, I believe. But, hey, has it worked? Yes. So why would they change that up?
LT houses some really big tight ends that are great for the run game, but also are sneaky good threats. Tucker King and you just saw Brady Rush. They could get involved. They're both 6 feet or taller and over 210 pounds. They give it to Carroll, who will get stopped. Jimmy Connors, Owen Chale, Mikey Grazzini all in the mix there.
Yeah, Connor, and these are the situations that I've highlighted all night. You can stop them, but can you stop them till third down? Once you get to third down, it's another kind of game. You got to be able to get some pressure on the quarterback. You got to be able to come back and make plays. We'll see if they can rise to the occasion, Connor, and get some momentum back. This is the biggest down of the game. Everyone on their feet. Joe Reef getting the crowd into the game, hyping them up. Can they get a stop?
They switch some things around. Sika at the line of scrimmage. Piscotti fakes the handoff to Carroll. This one is going to be intercepted. Jimmy Connors down the sideline. Pick 6. The Dukes are back in it. Unbelievable.
Jimmy Connors with the heads-up play. He's going to make the tackle. Terrible throw from Piscotti. It's behind him, and Connors is there. The heart of the soul. You're talking about momentum. You got it all right there. Jimmy Connors, the man, the myth. And they are only down a score now. The York Dukes looking to come back and steal this win off the Lions' hands as the Lions sideline has absolutely gone dead silent, and the stadium is erupted.
Personnel changes. Brennan Kennedy coming out. They're missing one more guy. Oh, they're just missing a football.
They're so excited, Connor. I mean, that's the play. They've been looking for a momentum play all game. Waiting, and they get it. Jimmy Connors, no one else. Of course it's Jimmy Connors. Who else would it be?
Throw was behind him, gets tipped up. Connors right there, takes it back to the house.
And Connor, that's us talking about that onside kick. Coach Gelso, coming out that onside kick, how aggressive. Okay, we didn't get it, but I trust my defense. And his defense stepped up when they needed it the most. Here's Kennedy for the extra point.
This one's up, and it's good. So the Dukes now trail by 3.
Is good.
Score is now 10-7.
Unbelievable turn of events, Connor. Are you kidding me?
Well, you talked about the big play almost that entire second quarter. You said they're one big play away from getting back into it. And while it didn't come in the second quarter like you said it was going to come, it came in the second half. Opening drive to kick it off in the third quarter. Pays big dividends. Now just down by 3. Brennan Kennedy to kick it off again. They look back. Jack O'Connor earlier in the game was getting checked out on the sideline. You wonder if that has anything to do with the decision to have Kennedy handle the kickoffs. Something O'Connor has done all season long. Kennedy, squib kick. This one's going to bounce over, and great roll. No one's touched it yet. Finally picked up, and there's a flag, so it went out of bounds before being scooped up. So
more trickery, Connor.
That's just a squib kick. Got a great roll.
I still don't understand the. Maybe they saw something. I'm not sure. I'm not going to question it. Here goes the air horn. I don't know if you guys heard that, but
someone's bringing some extra noise to the game.
And the Duke's defense, that's going to be very tired, but they had some time to cool down, and they are fired up, Connor. They are amped up. They got their team back in the ball game. And they are not satisfied. They want the ball back for their offense right now.
Speaking of the ball, they're switching some footballs out. LT on 1st and 10. Piscotti trying to rebound from the interception. Hands it off to Danny Carroll, who tried cutting up, but nowhere for him to go. Picks up 2 yards before being brought down by the Duke's defensive line.
And once again, the Dukes stopped the run. They've been pretty good about it all game after the first few plays. Carroll is so dangerous, and although he's had some, 8-yard rush once in a while, 10-yard rush once in a while, they've done a great job overall of stopping the run. And they are just so fired up on the sideline, Connor. They seem like they want it more than the Lions right now. All the momentum has seemed to go, going down 10-0 into the half. All the momentum's on your side. It seems like it's all shifted back to the York Dukes.
9 minutes, 45 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 7. LT on their own 38-yard line. Piscotti drops back, lofts this one up. He's got Stam, and it's going to be completed. Eddie Sika fights him and wrestles him to the ground. Stam with a huge reception, ball now on the 29-yard line.
Tackled by number 25, Eddie Sika. First down.
Yeah, Connor, that's a humongous play. Great job by Piscotti sitting in the pocket, staying calm. Fires a dart. It's an absolute dime of a throw right into Tucker King's hands. Stam. He has got a humongous frame on him, Connor.
Stam, 6'2", 180. Kind of broke away, shifted it into the second gear, trying to just come down with that catch. He does. Very rarely do you see Eddie Sika allow that much separation. On first down, it's a handoff to Carroll, and he will go maybe 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah, Connor, but, the Dukes are going to stay positive here. The defense is still just as fired up as they were a few plays ago. They're ready to force a field goal, and possibly this is 4-down territory, but with kicker A.J. Vavrick's range, this is pushing it a little bit, but he can definitely hit from this range. He's shown it time and time again this season. Definitely looking for a stop.
I think they'd need to pick up at least 3 yards to consider going for it on 4th and down. Piscotti under pressure, flushed out the pocket, throws it, tipped, incomplete. Great defense and great pressure from Joe Reef and Evan Gaughan, continuing to give this LT offensive line trouble.
Connor, Piscotti has long, wide open on the left side of the field. He just is not firing. The pressure got to him eventually, and he got rid of it. But at one point, he had him for an easy first down, just missed him. Great job of the Dukes defense putting the pressure on. And once again, Connor, can they get a stop on 3rd down? That's what this game has come down to. They're probably going to go short again and over the middle, or even one of those out routes. They just got to find a way. They got to grit it out and give themselves a chance.
King comes out. They bring a couple extra receivers in to open it up. 3rd and 7 on the 26. Piscotti in the shotgun. He drops back, looks to pass, lofts it up, and this one's incomplete.
Connor, when that ball was thrown, I know everyone in this section that we're sitting in took the biggest deep breath of all time. They exhaled after they finally did not convert on 3rd and 8. They've converted on 3rd and long all night, and they finally were able to find a way to get off the field. But now kicker A.J. Vavrick looks like he's going to come out here and try to hit this one through the uprights. As I mentioned, he was hitting from around 55 to 60 yards in warm-ups. He's got quite the leg on him, Connor.
Maverick getting set, and
Gelsomino wants to ice the kicker, Connor.
Timeout for the Dukes. We'll step away. Field goal coming up. Dukes down 10-7. Back from timeout, 4th down and 7, ball on the 26. 43-yard field goal attempt for A.J. Vavrick, trying to extend this LT lead to 6. The Dukes hoping to apply some pressure, force a miss. Good snap, good hold, the kick is up. He missed it left, he misses it left. A.J. Vavrick misses it left, the Dukes take over on the missed field goal from LT.
Connor, he had plenty. I mean, I'm not even going to exaggerate, but plenty on plenty, probably 20 to 30 yards of extra distance. He just shakes it to the left. It's a little knuckleball. And great job by the Dukes defense making a stand, but the answer is, can the offense step up? The biggest question of the night. The defense stepped up when you needed it to, but can the offense take another level up and make a play when you need them to the most?
Without a doubt. And I mean, like you were saying, that had an extra probably 10, 15 yards at least on it from the leg of Vavrick, but it had that weird kind of knuckleball left spin that was on the 20-yard punt. Massel on 1st down. High throw, it's going to be complete. Simon Kodaski gets wrestled to the ground. They say the ball is out. This could be disaster. LT thinks they have it. And they're giving them the ball.
Ball was recovered by Lyons Township.
On 1st down, Simon Kodaski fumbles it, coughs up the football. And LT gets it right back. Just 3 yards further from where the ball was on the field goal attempt.
Yeah, Kyler, the defense has got to stay poised, though. They got to come back out here and get another stop. Unfortunately, the offense came up with another turnover. They failed to put together a drive on the first play, but if you're the defense, you got to come out here and find a way. You got to grit this game out if you want a chance. There's still plenty of ball game left.
Turnovers were probably a big key of concern. Here's 1st down. They hand it off to Carroll. Carroll gets tripped up by Connors and then brought down by Connors. Turnovers were definitely a big concern, Christian. Against Downers Grove North, they turned the ball over 5 times, and after that fumble, that's their 2nd turnover of the day. So, I mean, I know going into it, it's had to have been a huge emphasis placed on protecting the football. And they've just done an okay job of it so far. It's Kodaski's first fumble of the season. That rarely happens to him. I mean, one of his best traits that we pointed out early in the season were his hands. On 2nd down, they give to Carroll. Carroll brought down by Connors quickly.
Once again, the run game has just been stopped. Nowhere to be found. Now 3rd and 4, Connor. They got to find a way. They got to make Vavrick come out here and kick another field goal. They cannot let up a touchdown here. A field goal is okay. A touchdown is absolutely not okay right now in this part of the ball game. Still plenty of time left, but you cannot afford to let any more points on the board. But if you're going to let points, you want to let up the field goal.
We're going to test it with Vavrick because he's had a couple of kicks. Remember, they don't punt the traditional way. They punt with a holder. So just keep that in mind. Piscotti. Quick pass, complete. Stam with the reception, and he gets brought down, but it's enough to pick up the first down, and the chains will move.
Another one of those short routes up the middle, Connor. They get burnt on it once again, just an RPO. Instead of giving it to his running back, he looks over the middle, fires a dart. Just once again, way too easy.
Stam, I mean, that's part of his traits, just so explosive, especially in these quick routes. He can change direction with ease. Doing a great job. 6 minutes, 23 seconds left and counting. LT with a fresh set of downs on the York 15. Piscotti hands it off to Carroll. Carroll makes a man miss, spins out of a tackle, and finally brought down. Evan Gaughan pushes him down, along with Drew Richardson and Aiden Link.
You know, Connor, LT is not going to give up on the run game. They gave this guy 21 carries last week. They're saying, hey, maybe the run game isn't working too well right now, but we're not giving up on this guy. We know how good he can be when we give him carries. And they are just going to keep trying to pound the rock against the Dukes. They don't care if they're stopping the run. They're just going to pop it until they get one. They are just not afraid to play their game. They have not let the Dukes change their game style at all. This is the game plan we knew they were going to bring coming into this ball game, and they have not let the Dukes change that.
They've done a great job executing. Carroll's still looking for that big run. He does have a touchdown. They give it to him on 2nd down. He gets tripped up.
Great job by the defense, stopping him once again. Evan Gaughan has just been all over that. He sees plays before they even start developing, and he was there just to stop the run before he had any potential to score. And this is now, I said it every time, but now this is the biggest play of the ball game, Connor. They got to force a field goal here. They cannot let up a touchdown. And I'm going to say it again. It's going to be an out route or a throw up the middle. I am telling you right now, that is what it's going to be. If the Dukes want to stop that, they got to put some pressure on the quarterback.
When the pressure has come, Piscotti's throws have been a lot more off target, underthrown, overthrown, left, right, high, low, you name it. But it's only when they bring the pressure, like you just pointed out. Here they go, low snap, lofted up. Sika, this one, it's going to be incomplete. No flags. And this will bring up 4th down. It's a stand made by the Dukes defense.
Offense looking, yeah, that would have been very, very aggressive. They got to bring the kicker out here. But you got to think, Connor, is he shaken up by that last missed field goal? I know this is a chip shot. But once again, they only let LT get one first down there. So the defense comes out and gets a stop. That's absolutely huge. Can Vavrick knock this one through the uprights after that last one, though? That's the big question here. Nice, easy chip shot.
If he does, it gives them a 6-point lead over the Dukes. 28-yard field goal attempt. High snap, good hold. The kick is up. He pushed it left again. He pushed it left again. He pushed it left again.
A.J. Vavrick shakes another one to the left, and they're giving the York Dukes unlimited chances. This is starting to become, you know, Connor, we were talking before the game, before we even started the broadcast. You said this is going to be who can grit it out. This is going to be a game that's played at the line of scrimmage. Points are not going to be easy to come by, and you see it there once again. A.J. Vav misses an easy chip shot, and he's just giving the Dukes the ball back. And they are now going to have a chance after they just made the biggest mistake of the ball game leading up to this. Unbelievable.
Bruno Masso really upset. I think there's... Oh, they didn't have a football.
Too many field goals, Connor, and I don't blame him. Balls are going everywhere tonight.
Vavrick drilled his first field goal, then the last two missed it the same way. This LT team making a lot more mistakes. Bruno Massel is going to keep it on 1st down. Can he get through the dog pile? No, he can't. He'll pick up a few yards.
And there's that run that Bruno's been good with all year. You said that it's going to be hard for them to go to that a lot tonight with that injury he's still recovering from. And you've been absolutely correct on that. It's only the second time we've seen that all night. And usually when Massel is 100% healthy, we see that about 10 times a night. So definitely closes a big part of the offensive playbook that York loves to use. But, Connor, they are going to have to find a way to get some points. It's impossible to come back.
Yeah, that being said, I think they're going into second and a half to third week without really having him as a viable rushing option. They got to find a way, like you said, to score. They'll give it to Connors here. Connors bouncing around, and good stand by this LT defense. Tyler Stam, the 6'2 sophomore linebacker, coming in to take down Connors.
And Connor, it's going to be pretty upsetting if the Dukes can't capitalize on 2 straight missed field goals, 2 humongous opportunities where the defense has just stepped up. And on top of that, the defense had a touchdown. You can't win a game with just your defense like the Chicago Bears have done multiple times, but it's nearly impossible, Connor. You got to find a way if you're the York Dukes offense.
3 minutes, 15 seconds. Empty set for Massel. Rolls out the pocket, evades pressure. Massel keeping this one alive. Fires incomplete. Intended for Finton Helm. Massel off the back foot. Couldn't get it on target.
You know, that's all right. At least he didn't take the sack. At least he didn't take the interception there. They're going to have to punt this back, and you got to trust Brennan Kennedy. He's got a really good leg on him. You got to trust the defense. We said it earlier. Points are not easy to come by in a game like this.
Kennedy punting it away from the 22-yard line. High snap, Kennedy's punt. Looks like it's got a good spin, it's got a good bounce, and nearly a big mistake for the LT returner, Mac Long. He almost touched the football. I'm not really sure.
Some of the York players are arguing he did. The refs are now going to discuss this. They threw a marker down at where it was touched. I believe it was also touched. They're going to review it.
That looked really close. So that marker was, they said York touched it.
Kennedy's down.
Brennan Kennedy, he's down and he's going to get helped up.
He got absolutely hammered. I'm not sure if we have an instant replay on that, but he took a humongous hit, Connor. Hopefully he's all right. And he has been a great asset to have. With that punt, I mean, that was a nice little boot there.
He looks all good. No flags on the play.
And he's walking off, which is good too. But the defense has stepped up. They've switched to zone coverage on third down, which I believe has been helping a lot. They've had some time to rest. Can they come out here and get another stop? That's the big question now.
Big ask of Coach Gelso's defense. We'll see what they can do. On first down, it's a handoff to Danny Carroll. Good rush on first down. He's going to pick up 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, Connor, LT is not afraid to keep popping the rock, dude. They are not going to hold up. They're just going to keep going to it until they get one. I'm telling you right now, they are not afraid to change their game plan. They will keep going to it if they have to. The Dukes have done a great job at stopping it. But eventually your defense is going to get worn down, I got to think.
Second and 3, so that's a 7-yard rush. They fake the handoff to Carroll, and it's going to be a quick pass that's completed for a first down.
Number 1.
Mac Long once again picking up another first down.
First down, Lyons.
First down for LT, ball at the 49.
You know, Connor, that's just going to move the chains. Nice and easy does it. And they've shown that all night. It's just been too easy every single time. Just those little short routes that, you know, you'd think the deep ball would be killing York. No, it's been the easy stuff. And that's what's going to hurt the most if they are not able to come out with a win tonight.
On first and 10, they hand it off to Carroll again, who breaks up the middle. This time it's a 5-yard rush.
Number 7, Danny Carroll on the run for the Lions.
A minute 50 and counting left to go in this third quarter. 5-yard rush, 2nd and 5.
Made by number 78, Joe Reef, and his defensive associate.
Connor, it's pretty crazy to think that York has not capitalized off those 2 missed field goals. The amount of momentum on that play on both of them. One of them was a chip shot. One of them was a 43-yarder, so still tough, but still definitely enraged. The other one was just a shank. And you got to wonder, when is the offense going to come alive? Where is the offensive line been? The team has got to, they got to come together. They got to figure it out.
It's the second time in 3 weeks the rushing game really hasn't established itself, so you're going to have to throw the ball. Speaking of throwing the ball, this was a major overthrow from Piscotti.
Yeah, so now 3rd and 5, Connor, and now a potential stop brewing for York.
Down and 5 yards to go for the Lions.
Defense has really just been so effective. Not giving up, going after tackles, not being afraid to get your hands dirty, making as many plays as you can. And they have forced Piscotti to make bad throws, Connor. You were saying when they forced him to bring pressure, he's been not too good.
Especially on the run, under pressure on the run. That's the biggest difference.
Here too. That's what I would do. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm saying, let's bring this pass rush. I want to force Piscotti to make a mistake. We'll see if they do this here, but the biggest play up to this point, 3rd and 5.
Twins on both sides. Piscotti drops back. Quick pass, nearly intercepted again.
Great job by the Dukes defense, though, Connor. Amazing job. They brought the rush. Piscotti doesn't throw the worst throw in the world. And I believe they're going to have to kick this one back, and it looks like they will. So the Dukes go up with their 4th stop in a row, including that pick 6 from Connors.
I mean, this is a huge shift defensively. I mean, the defense is just, like you said, playing out of this world right now, and it all comes back to the offense. They're set to punt it away. A.J. Vavrick to Simon Kadowski.
Or you should say, kick it away.
Kick it away. Who's back around the 8-yard line. Snap, here's the kick. Kadowski fields this at the 10. He'll take it out. Kadowski gets tripped up at the 15-yard line.
Oh, they threw a flag at Sika. Oh, my goodness. Sika helped the guy up. I didn't see the beginning of it. They got 2 flags down. I'm not sure what they got here. Sika doesn't like it. I saw Sika help the defender up, so let's see what they got. Oh boy, they might. Oh, this might really come back to get the Dukes, Connor. Face mask on LT, not on York. Okay, so this is what happened. All I saw was Eddie Sika help him up. So it looked like the guy face masked Eddie Sika, and he just helped him up after. So the penalties were offsetting. And penalties on both sides, Connor, so they're going to redo it. But that could have been another break for LT, man. That could have really came back and got them. But we're going to see another field goal kick here to Simon Kadowski. We're going to do it over.
Vavrick to punt, kick it away, whatever you want to call it. Less than a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Low snap. This one is not a great punt again from Vavrick, so his 2 punts just not great.
I mean, yeah, Connor, instead of getting the ball at the 12-yard line, it looks like they're going to get it at the 25. So 13 more yards came out of those offsetting penalties, and you got to wonder, is A.J. Vavrick all right? What's going on? He's kind of had some questionable kicks here in the second half.
For me, it's the spin. I mean, there's a big difference from what I've seen. The spin.
I mean, he nailed his first field goal. Perfect spin.
It's the knuckle spin, kind of rotating, tailing off to the left.
Something's going on, I got to think. But the Dukes find themselves with another chance. Can they capitalize, Connor?
Massel to throw on 1st down. It gets batted down.
And they threw it for the first time all day on 1st down. And the one time they did, it was batted away. So great job by LT to read it. The one time they've done it all night, they were ready for it.
Tyler Stam getting in there. Nicky Arkia. 2 defenders there to bat it down. 45 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Dukes trail by 3.
Only 3 after all this.
Massel drops back, high pass, it's going to be dropped. intended for Quinlan Hughes, in and out of his hands.
They're down for the Dukes.
Another miscommunication. Perfect throw. Hughes just not able to come down with it. Just not a very confident looking offense, Connor, on both sides, to be honest with you.
The offense has resulted in no points today. These 7 points coming from the hands of Jimmy Connors. 42 seconds left to go.
So go hard count, try to draw the offside. You got to think. We mentioned it earlier, the third down target, the return of Finton Helm. Will they go to him, Connor? They have a few times on third down. They need him here.
Massel costs the audible. He trips left. Helm at the top of your screen in the one-on-one. Massel dances in the pocket, escaping. Bruno Massel takes off, and he'll get 5 yards before being pushed out of bounds. And the Dukes will have to punt it away again.
Talk about a punt game. This is all it's been here in the second half, but you're getting another big ask, as you mentioned earlier, Connor. Another big ask. Can the defense go out and get one more stop? And then can we go get points? It's just been a guessing game, Connor. And
I mean, on the other side, too, you've got, if you're LT, it's, hey, our offense is really stalled out. We had great field position. We marched down the field. We missed 2 field goals. We need you to go there, and when this game is tight, Kennedy's punt is going to get a good roll. Still, the Lions will start with good field position. But it's kind of like we can't really score right now either. Yes, we have a lead, but it's only 3 points. So both of these teams kind of in a stalemate. It's becoming a defensive chess match. And it's which team will break first.
I mean, York has still yet to get the ball in the end zone on offense. The only points that came on a pick 6. Don't get me wrong. It's great when your defense can score points. But it doesn't matter if your offense can't score any 2, Connor. It's got to be a double-sided game. It just can't be one-sided.
York has not been in the red zone today. I think that's the biggest tell.
Props to the LT defense. I mean, they have been amazing all night.
Really shutting down this offense. Got them all out of whack. On first down, they hand it off to Dan Carroll. Carroll makes a good cut, and he's steaming ahead, and Carroll picks up a first down.
And there he is with a nice gain. Carroll finally makes a nice run, and he's going to get into Duke's territory. And this, after all of this, Connor, how heartbreaking would it be if LT found a way to get a touchdown on this drive?
It would be extremely deflating for this Duke's defense. Carroll is kind of starting to get into a rhythm as the third quarter winds down and comes to a close. Lyons Township leads 10-7 over the York Dukes. We head to the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Sports Network.
Guaranteed rate here in Elmhurst.
We welcome you back. Fourth quarter action coming your way. Dukes trail by 3. Got some things to talk over in this extended TV timeout. The U currently talking to the York High School band.
Yeah, quite the timeout break here, Connor. We've been just
longest one yet. Christian, final 12 minutes of the game. Dukes on defense. LT first and 10 on the 45. I mean, what needs to be done by the Dukes to get the ball back, and then what needs to be done on offense to hopefully put something together?
You know, Connor, they gotta change it up. They've ran it every time on first down except for once tonight. They gotta change it up. They can't just keep doing the same things over and over again. It's too easy to read. On top of that, you know, you gotta find a way to get it in your playmakers' hands. The run game hasn't been working, so what do you gotta do? You gotta take a shot down the field. We've been looking for it all night. Still hasn't came. It's just been an ongoing cause. We've been waiting. I mean, Hayden Alexander, you know, he has been a deep threat all season. Finton Helm, Simon Kadowski. It's only a matter of time before they're going to throw the ball down the field. And you got to think it's coming up if the Dukes can get the ball back on offense. But first, it starts with a stop on defense, Connor.
It always starts with the defense. Defense wins championships, as they always say. Dukes need their championship-level defense to come through here. First down and 10 on the Dukes 45. Dan Carroll in the backfield. He's been giving them a really hard time this drive. And there's her flag. This should help. False start on LT.
That's huge, Connor. That is going to set the tone for this drive. Hopefully give the Dukes some confidence going into this last quarter of the game, Connor. They have done such a great job when it comes to stopping, but mystery has been the offense. No red zone trips for the Dukes yet tonight. It's really been the big mystery.
Ball at the 50-yard line. Tyler Hayes comes out. Owen Robertson. Twins to the right of Piscotti. They bring in the tight end for extra blocking. It's a handoff to Carroll. Carroll makes a good cut. Avoids Reef. Carroll still on his feet, and a flag flies.
They got a holding, I believe, Connor.
Coach Gelso looks very pleased with that.
That's 2 in a row. If the call stands, it's holding. Yep, that's what they got.
It is going to be holding, so that'll move them back even further.
See, Connor, with the way they've been stopping the run, I was so in question why the hole was so big there. If it was just a communication or a penalty, and it ended up being a penalty. I was so shocked to see how open that hole was with how good the defense has been.
I mean, of course, I was really surprised to see how Joe Reef could not swim through that. Jimmy Connor's currently being looked at. But back to what we were talking about, I was really surprised to see Joe Reef not being able to get through that offensive line like normal. Carroll, like you said, massive hole to the right. And Coach Gelso immediately knew something was wrong. If you were watching the sideline, you could see him flagging down the officials. He got the flag and immediately pumps the fist because he knew exactly what had occurred. And now this brings up a 1st and 28. They started at the Dukes 45. They're backed up all the way to their own 42-yard line.
Unfortunately, Jimmy Connors and Aiden Link are both on the bench. Those are 2 guys, Connor, that are the heart and soul of this defense. Both of these guys, you know, they're elite-level players. But it's next man up. They got to be ready. Everyone plays a role on this team. I mean, those are 2 studs, Connor. It's going to stink losing them, but it's next guy up. Got to be ready for your moment when it comes.
They've got Cheo in. Sam Deverman comes in to take Link's spot as the safety. LT still in the huddle. So 1st and 28. Piscotti on first down, hands it off to Carroll. Carroll has a lane, splits the seam. Dan Carroll accelerates, picks up the first down and more, and he will be brought down at the 17-yard line.
And there it is, Connor. I kept saying it all night. They were going to run it till they popped one, and what did they do? They popped one on 1st and 28. big play for the Lions as they are now way into Duke's territory. It was bound to happen, and there it is right there. This is going to put the Dukes in a very tough spot without their lead linebacker and safety.
43-yard rush for Dan Carroll. The Lions knocking on the door. Less than 11 minutes to go. They give it back to Carroll. Carroll with another lane. Cuts back up the middle. Nice cut. If he didn't pick up the first down, he got awfully close.
And kind of the Duke's defense is just they can only do so much, Connor, getting 5 stops in a row. And eventually it was bound to happen where they were going to get some points, but they have not put points on the board yet. It's not over, but the Duke's defense is starting to wear down.
Duke's in a tough position. They hand it to Carroll on 1st and goal. Carroll sheds a tackle. It gets tripped up, but he'll be down at the 2-yard line.
By the combined efforts of gravity and acceleration, 2nd down for the Lions.
Yeah, he had wide open end zone, and right now Bruno Massel is talking to the Duke's offense. He's saying, hey, I don't care if they get a touchdown. I don't care if they get a field goal. We need to go down the field and get some points on the board and give our team a chance, Connor. That is what he's telling his team. They are trying to get fired up. That's the only way they're going to have a chance.
LT hoping to put the nail in the coffin soon to claim the West Suburban Silver as their own. Piscotti to Carroll. Carroll, right side, dives, end zone, touchdown LT. Lions take the lead, and they go up 16-7, 17-7 pending this extra point.
Yeah, Connor, and there it was. Danny Carroll gets in the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. He has been a force to be reckoned with. They kept popping the run. When are we going to get a big one? When are we going to get a big one? On 1st and 28, they get the big one. They keep running it, no throws. It results in points. And the Duke's defense can only do so much, Connor. The offense has eventually got to do something, and that's what killed them there.
Extra point is up and good. Strong kick from A.J. Vavrick.
You only get so many chances, Connor.
Clock starting to wind down. 9 minutes, 48 seconds left to go in the game. Duke's trailing by 10. Need to somehow get back in it, and they need to somehow get back in it soon. If they're hoping to stay in the game, I would argue this is probably the most important drive to get something established. The offense, 0 red zone trips. I think it's absolutely essential that they get that changed this drive.
Absolutely, Connor.
Cannot go 3 and out again. Cannot afford it. Vavrick set to kick it away. Duke still with 2 timeouts. Vavrick boots this up, and Finton Helm is going to take it for a touchback, and
Kickoff, number 17, A.J. Vavrick.
I wasn't happy with that. Wanted to field it.
Helm was ready to return, but it will be 1st and 10.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Offense talking it over. Christian, you think the Dukes really have time to afford to run the ball, or do you think they should mostly be passing this drive?
They're going to be passing, and they need a big play. They got to get in the end zone. It needs to be a big play. They can't just slowly get down the field.
On 1st down, they're going to fake the handoff to Duda. It's Massel who's going to keep it, and he'll go out of bounds.
That was an unnecessary hit there at the end. Hopefully he's all right. It was against his shoulder, too. He was already out of bounds.
Tackled by number 8, Pat Cheney.
Hopefully he's all right.
I'm going to say he wasn't out of bounds. Clock's still running.
2nd down for the Dukes.
Dukes need to hurry it up. Twins to the left of Massel. Finton Helm at the bottom of your screen. He's got Travis Stam on him. They hand it off to Duda, and Duda will go nowhere.
Number 26, Henry Duda on the run for the Dukes.
And we said they didn't have enough time to run the ball, but what did they come do on the first 2 plays? Run the ball. Very, very predictable. They've ran the ball on 1st down every time tonight except for once.
Duda picked up a yard on the last carry. Now that brings up 3rd down and 2. They bring out Birnbaum, Hunter Stepanek, and Jimmy Connors. Kodowski and Helm, the receivers. Dukes hand it off. Jimmy Connors, did he get it? I don't know if he did. I think he's short.
Number 34, Jimmy Connors on the run for the Dukes.
No sign of passing, Connor. They're not giving up on the run. They want to run it until they pop one. Just like LT has been doing.
Fourth down.
This is going to bring out a 4th down and 1 situation. Decision time for Coach Gelso.
They're going to bring Joe Reef in, get some extra size. They're going to pull Jack Rosetnik. And this is the game on the line here, folks. Can the Dukes stay alive? Give themselves a chance. This is it. The West Suburban Conference title on the line on this play. 4th and 1.
Rosetnik back out. Everyone's set. Clearly a run. Did they get someone to jump?
They got a false start.
False start on the Dukes.
They're not going to punt it either, are they?
We'll see what Coach Murphy dials up. A lot of personnel switches. Jimmy Connor still staying out there. 4th and 6. Finton Helm still being covered by Stam at the bottom of your screen. Tripped to the left of Massel. Massel rolls out, left side, under pressure. Massel steps up and he's sacked. Bruno Massel taken down at the 20-yard line. And the Dukes turn it over on downs. LT makes a stand.
LT makes a big stand, Connor. That might be the final nail in the coffin. Although there's a lot of time left, Bruno Massel just unable to make a play. He had a decent amount of time. The receivers just couldn't get open. And once again, the offense is stone cold, frozen all night. They can't deliver when it matters the most, and that's going to turn it over.
Just about 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game. (17-7) your score. LT up by 10. 1st and 10 on the Dukes' 20-yard line. On 1st down, they hand it off to Dan Carroll. And Carroll will go nowhere on 1st down.
Number 7, Danny Carroll, tackled by number 32.
Yeah, Connor, going back to that offensive play, you know, it's hard to get yards when you run the ball 3 times in a row. Very, very predictable. And then you go to the throw on the last play on an obvious throwing situation. Just very obvious, very readable. It's nearly impossible to convert when you know what the defense is expecting. If the defense is expecting something, it's very easy to read it. And I believe that the Dukes offense today has just been nothing but expectable.
Second and 10. Really long time. Got the snap off, hands it off to Carroll, who gets brought down after a nice pickup.
On the run for the Lions.
This will bring up 3rd and manageable for the Lions.
Tackle made by number 86, Owen Roberts.
Owen Roberts credited with the last tackle. The Lions find themselves at the Dukes' 14-yard line. 6.5 minutes and counting. I don't think you change anything up. I think you go right back to Dan Carroll, punch it up the middle, see if you can't get a 1st down.
Yeah, looks like they're going to run the clock down here and just potentially spend a timeout. Not sure. Taking a good amount of time, really trying to work that clock. Very smart, very conservative.
Carroll up the middle, fighting, end zone. Did he get it? No signal.
Touchdown.
Yes, he did get it. It's a touchdown for LT. And that makes it 23-7 with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go.
Yeah, Connor, Danny Carroll has just been a force to be reckoned with. Unbelievable game. 172 yards last week of scrimmage. This week, even better. 3 touchdowns. Don't have a specific stat. He has just been unbelievably good. and the Dukes have not been ready for it all night.
Vavrick to attempt the extra point. High snap, good hold, kick is up, and
the point after kick
good from about 40 yards out.
17, AJ Vavrick.
Would have been good. Dukes with some work to do. Not completely out of it yet, but LT really starting to put this one away. Dukes need an answer here late.
Defense has answered many times, Connor, but can only be so good for so long on defense. You're eventually going to get worn down. The offense just hasn't been there tonight. Very, very unusual, though. The offense has been so dominant all year. I mean, not even scoring a touchdown or getting into the red zone yet. I don't even believe Bruno Massel is over 100 yards passing, and I don't even believe the running game is over 100 yards. I don't think I could be persuaded on both sides that we have over 100 yards of scrimmage.
Vavrick to kick it off. He's going to boot this one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Kickoff by AJ Vavrick. Means you've got to have a 1st and 10 for the Dukes at the
So 1st and 10 coming up at the York 20-yard line, and Bruno Massel and the offense need something, and they need something right now. And if they weren't before, I think this is going to be mostly passing plays. I'd say at least 75% of these plays will be a throw. They just need a sustained drive. The run game not really working for them. Massel on 1st down, quick throw. Kadowski out of bounds.
Pass caught, number 16, Simon Kadowski.
So if this were to go down as a loss for the Dukes, this means that they'd have been losing. That'd be losing 2 out of their last 3, Connor. It's certainly been a very hard part of their second part of their schedule. They were moving through the season very well. We got up to 5-0, played DGN, went down to 5-1. And came back and bounced back last week in nice fashion, but this week has been a different story.
Still 5 minutes, 45 seconds. Henry Duda bouncing off to the left side, and he gets knocked short of the 1st down marker.
On the run for the Dukes. Third and 1 for the Dukes.
That'll bring up 3rd and 1, ball at the 29-yard line. Now this is a play where I think they might run it. Run or short pass. Massel couldn't get the offsides. Now calls the play. Massel, QB draw up the middle. It'll be enough to get the 1st down.
Number 1, Bruno Massel run.
5 minutes on the clock as it stops temporarily.
That's the first down we've had in a while, Connor. Feels good. Maybe just a little too late.
4 minutes, 55 seconds and counting left to go in this game. 1st and 10 on the York 32. They're really going to have to start getting some big chunks of yardage here late. Massel drops back, fires into double coverage, and the catch is secured. Jack Birnbaum scurries out of bounds.
Pass caught, number 13, Jack Birnbaum.
Great throw by Massel.
Pass thrown by number 1,
right
Bruno Massel.
in the basket.
7-yard reception for Birnbaum.
Or 2nd down for the Dukes, 2nd and 3.
Second and 3 on the 39. Massel fakes the handoff. In some trouble. Has to get rid of it. Birnbaum tried making the grab while staying in bounds.
Brings up a 3rd down for the Dukes.
This is going to bring up 3rd and 3. Massel couldn't get them to jump. Now calls the real play. 4 minutes, 35 seconds. 3rd down and 3 for the Dukes. Massel cutting back up the middle. He gets the first down again.
Great job by Bruno Massel. You know, he reads the defense. Right here we have a read option, so it's either a handoff or a QB keeper. He's going to keep it. Makes a few nice cuts, and that moves the chains for the second time in a row. Maybe the offense can put some points up on the board for the first time tonight.
Clock still winding down. Dukes do have a fresh set of downs to work with. Trips to the left of Massel. Finton Helm at the bottom of your screen. Massel rolls to his left. Massel escapes pressure, just has to throw it away.
And the blocking there, not very good. I mean, Massel was about to take a big hit. He had to get rid of it. Just looked like there was zero effort there from the few guards, but could have just been a miscommunication. Who knows? It's just kind of been one of those nights where you haven't really seen anything develop. You don't really know what's going on sometimes, and we've seen it time and time again tonight.
Dukes have not been winning the battle in the trenches on offense at all. They've been losing pretty badly, especially here in the second half. I did seem like they were winning at one point on the defensive side, giving LT a hard time, but then Dan Carroll, these last two drives, done really well. Massel with time. No one open. Tucker King following, and he's got Simon Kadaski. Toe tap catch on the sideline, hauls it in for a first down.
Great job by Massel. You know, extending the play in an even better block from Joe Reeve. Just blast Tucker King, and then Massel threads the needle, sideline catch to Kadowski, and that was the biggest play of the game for York, Connor.
Trips to the left of Massel. Helm still at the bottom of your screen. Quick pass to Birnbaum. He reels it in, and it'll be a short reception for 4 yards.
So 3 minutes and 35 seconds remaining here.
5-yard gain.
It's going to be tough for the Dukes to come back here. So assuming their record falls to 6-2, they go to road, play Plevrizo West next week. Probably should be a win. Then we're talking playoffs. So this season's slowly coming to an end, believe it or not. Feels like it just started.
Regular season coming to a close. Playoffs are just a whole new beast. Massel drops back, and it's caught. Finton Helm. Complete.
Number 17, Finton Helm with the catch for the Dukes. Brings up a 3rd and 1 for the Dukes.
3rd down and 1 for the Dukes. Ball's on the 26-yard line. Duda still in at running back. Can't get him to jump. Clock still winding down. They fake the handoff to Duda. Massel's going to take it up the middle. He gets the first down and more. Massel still on his feet. Tries spinning out of a tackle before being brought down.
Great run by Bruno Massel. Surveys the defense. Makes a few nice cuts. And the first red zone trip of the night for the York Dukes. Very late. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Maybe a little too late. We'll see if they can get some points on the board and make this lead a little less than it is right now. Right now a 3-possession game, so touchdown would make it 2. Field goal would make it 2. They got to score and go for an onside kick if they want a chance.
I thought that they kind of took this drive a little bit too slow.
They did.
In the beginning. Massel back to pass. Rolls out of the pocket. In some trouble, and he's going to fall.
No one to be found. Not a receiver open, Connor. He's having a hard time getting rid of the ball, and he has had time to throw on this drive, but, you know, the receivers are really just struggling to get open tonight. The coverage has just been excellent from the Lions. They're in zone coverage, which has helped them a lot. They kind of just have to sit back in their spots and cover who they want. It's really helped them.
Will Tobin gets credited with the sack. Cam Sivright had to guard 2 Lions defenders. Massel's going to air this one out, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by the Lions. The nail in the coffin as LT is on their way to secure the West Suburban Silver title.
Travis Stam, you know, the receiver who is so great, comes down with the interception too. So I'm going to assume we're going to see LT come out in victory formation and take a knee, but looks like there's a flag on the play.
Offense staying on the field.
holding on.
Holding
LT.
on the defense, so that negates the interception thrown by Nassel, which would have been his second of the day.
The Lions.
So that'll move him up. And that'll negate the yards lost on the sack.
Second down for the Dukes. 2nd and 8.
So 2nd down and 8 now. Ball back in the red zone on the 14-yard line. Nassel back to pass, fires. This one's tipped up, and this one will be intercepted.
Travis Dam once again, Connor. Ball didn't lie, did it?
It's the second time tipped off the receiver's hands into the hands of an LT defender. That time, like you mentioned, Travis Stam, he had to go out and do it again. Nassel's second interception. This will all but do it for the Dukes. And LT in line to be your 2024 West Suburban Silver Conference champions.
I gotta think they're just gonna come out in victory formation and call this one.
I don't know if they can. They might have to run it just because of where the ball is.
Oh yeah, you're right about that.
They're gonna
Sure.
They're gonna run one play and then it should be done. There's no world where Coach Gelso uses his timeouts.
Although it does look like they are in victory formation, Connor.
That could work too.
But I just,
So they are in victory formation, so that'll do it.
Oh, Dan Carroll just hit a backflip in the backfield to celebrate that conference title. And here come the offensive coordinators from LT. They got to get down here as fast as possible, celebrate with the team. They're taking home some hardware tonight against the Dukes, and what a ball game this has been for them. On the other hand, the York Dukes defense stepped up when they needed to, but the offense could not capitalize, and that ended up not being enough and was not their night.
One red zone trip that didn't come until less than 2 minutes in the game, left to go in the game. One more D and LT will have secured their victory. Clock's winding down, 30 seconds left to go, and the Lyons Township Lions have done it, completing it. They stay undefeated, 8-0. They finish with a perfect conference record, and they take home the West Suburban Silver title in 2024.
Yeah, what a ball game this was for them. Kind of the story of the last few games for York, Connor. The defense really struggling, but the defense really played well at one point, but then they ended up going back to their normal selves, and the offense was non-existent tonight. Next week, they got a good chance at winning against Proviso West and hopefully finish the season 7-2. But that pretty much sums this one up.
Yeah, they've got some things to work on. The clock hits 0, and it's official. LT defeats York on a final score of 24-7. From our entire crew, I've been Connor Choi. Alongside me was Christian McQuade. We thank you for watching, and remember, go Dukes.